Do you find that the relationships you have in your career don't seem to last? You're continually needing to rebuild new relationships with new people. I know this was certainly a part of my corporate career, and it was mainly due to what I was doing, not what they were doing. So, the problem with having such relationship turnover is that you're continually starting again. And we know that working with people and building relationships is the key to having a profitable career. So stick with me, because this week, as we continue to talk about relationships, I want to help you to think about things a little bit differently. Hi, this is Grant Herbert, FUCA Leadership and Sustainable Performance Coach. And today I want to continue this conversation in that fourth quadrant of emotional intelligence, which is the relationship management quadrant, by helping you to build lifetime bonds. We've been talking for a number of weeks now about relationships and how important they are to be able to get done what you need to get done in your workplace. It's not a matter of just working yourself and getting things done through your own efforts. You need to be able to influence others and impact them in a positive way as well. To do this, we need a different type of relationship. A lot of the relationships that we have are very surface level. And at the first sign of any conflict, they tend to fall away. What we want to do is develop a more deeper and enriching and mutually beneficial relationship that stands the test of time. I remember in my sales and marketing career that I had many customers who would stick with me even when they were being bombarded by other companies who were offering them great pricing structures and perks to get their business. But what was most important to them, and I find this in my own case as well, was the relationship that they had with me. I didn't always have to be the cheapest. I didn't always have to take them on events. I just needed to treat them as a human being and nurture the relationship that we had together. I needed to make sure that I saw it as a mutually beneficial partnership, not just a person that I needed to get something from. Whether that's an external customer or your internal customers, your team. This is the key to being able to future-proof what it is that you're building right now. Attraction and retention of talent is a major issue right across the world. And I'm seeing that more and more as I work with clients in many regions across the globe. So therefore, getting back to the relationships and nurturing them and building a deeper bond with people is really important. People need to have their needs met. There are 6 core needs that we talk about all the time that people need to have met. There are our basic needs of certainty, variety, significance, and connection. And they then will give us our higher purpose needs of growth and contribution. In those 4 basic needs that each human being has, it's said if we can meet one of those primary needs that a person has, we've got a connection. However, if we can meet all those needs, we build a bond. And a bond is something that is a lot more difficult to break. Now, I know that this is never going to be an exact science. We're always going to have situations, because we're dealing with people who have their own uncertainties, their own experiences, the meanings that they put on things, just like you do. However, we can stack things in our favor for us and for them by following some principles around this. If someone needs more certainty, we need to allow them to ask questions and have some answers for them. If someone needs more variety, we need to look at things differently. If someone needs to feel significant, then we have an opportunity to meet that need. And the key need that I've found is if someone needs connection, and we all do, then we need to find ways of meeting that need. So the key to building bonds is to go above that surface level of looking at what's in it for me having a relationship with this person. It's going deeper and seeing them as a human being. Now, I'm not saying here that we need to, with our team members and our clients, have a personal relationship with them that goes deep and we take them to the footy on the weekend and we have them in our home. No, what I'm talking about is just putting in that extra energy into making them feel valued. You see, as I teach people when we work on their communication, people need to have 2 boxes ticked when you are communicating with them so the barriers come down and they open up and come towards what it is that you're wanting to do. The first one is they need to be able to see you and go, this person is like me. And the second box is this person gets me. Being able to put that extra effort and energy into ticking those boxes for the relationships that are key to you is going to help you to attract and retain the right people that are going to work with you, both externally and internally, in your organization to get the job done. The alternative is to continually operate a talent and customer turnstile where they're just going in and out and we're swapping them over and we're building relationships again and we're embedding them in and we're training them and all these things that we need to do. And all those things take a lot of energy and effort away from your core things that you need to get done. So while your inner dialogue might be saying to you right now, but Grant, I don't have time to develop those bonds, I would challenge you to say that you don't have time not to, because the reward that comes from putting that extra effort in the longer term is going to release you to be able to be who you need to be in every area of your life. So just like every other thing that we talk about, I want to just leave you with some simple steps. It's not about a dichotomy where I've got no bonds with people and now I'm going to have bonds with everyone. No. Realistically, we all need to do a little bit extra. That's all we've got the bandwidth for. So what I want you to do is just think about those key relationships that you have within your team, within your client base, your community, whatever it is that you want to develop this in. And just ask yourself the question, what's one thing that I could do differently to get a deeper relationship with that person? We've talked about the fact that they need to be able to see that you are like them and that you get them. So it's not a matter of changing who you are. It's a matter of listening actively and communicating with them in the way that they need to be communicated with. We've talked about this, and we've talked about the fact that people have different needs and they hear things differently. They see things differently. They speak in different languages depending on what their primary type of learning is. So it's ability of being able to just look a little bit more closer, be more curious. And that will give you heaps of results. Because when someone can tick those boxes and they can then ascertain that you care about them as a person, a lot of that conflict and stress that you're currently going through as a leader is going to be pushed aside. Imagine when we're all doing this, because this is not something that I give you each week so that you can just hoard it for yourself. I really hope that you're sharing this with your team, that others are getting the benefit of this as well. So that together, when you're all operating and building a stronger relationship with everybody in your organization, imagine now what you're going to be able to do together. When times are tough and things happen, people are going to think twice before they chase that other opportunity. They're going to go, no, I've invested in this relationship. Our relationship is not transactional, it's relational. And it means that you're going to keep the right people with you as together you go forward in this crazy age of AI and this super VUCA world that I keep talking about. Building stronger bonds with the people around you is the key to being able to have the right people in the right place to help you as the leader to get where it is that you need to go. Well, that's it from me for another week. Join me again next week as we continue this conversation about relationships by helping you to get the results that you need through collaboration. I'll see you then.